I never thought I would see a pony driving a train. Hello YouTube, it is Coleman's98, bringing you a mod showcase review for Minecraft. And with my new intro, I'm just trying to be a little bit more professional with my videos. So yeah, this is going to be on the Traincraft mod. And as you can see, it adds over 80 moving trains, wagons, and vehicles into the game. Over here, you can see all the stuff that has been added. As we come over here, all the smaller stuff that's been added other than the moving trains and wagons and such. In the chest over here, we have objects and tools that have been added, like stuff that you build the trains out of, all in here. Oh, and 4 new rails have been added. The coupler, which I find relatively useless because, as you can see in the objects and tools, there is a stake which couples the trains just fine. There is and 3 new detector rails have been added: a freight detector, a passenger detector, and a locomotive detector. There are 2 new blocks have been added. As you can see over here, we have the oil sands and the crude oil, and they both spawn naturally in the world. We have 4 new tables, one of them being the train workbench. Then there's new assembly tables as well. One in the Iron Age, one in the Steel Age, and one in the Advanced Age, which is where you build your electric, diesel, and steam trains on these assembly tables. And sadly my fly isn't working. It won't let me fly. Anyway, these are the steam trains. I can't guarantee I have every train on here, but I'm pretty sure I do. So these are the trains that are in the game. These are the steam trains. And might I add, just look at the detail on that. They're just amazing. The diesel trains. Oh, and these are the diesel trains. And I should add that most of the trains are still kind of glitchy. And with the train cars, I feel that the physical trains themselves are actually more glitchy because sometimes I don't know which direction they should be facing. It just gets kind of annoying. These are the electric trains. These 2 are trams. This one on the end is a diesel train, not a tram. These 2 are trams. I'm not exactly sure how to use them, so I won't be demonstrating that. Now all the wagons and cars are over here. And I'm sorry if my voice doesn't exactly line up with the video because, well, yeah, I'll explain that later. This, in theory, you should be able to sit on this and craft and use the furnace while you're riding along. Then in this freight car here, you can have tons of storage space for things. Just look at all that space. In the Caboose, you can ride in the Caboose, and yeah, you get to ride in a Caboose. How awesome is that? And I just messed all of the cars up. Anyway, in the hopper cars, you can store like grains and stuff. It's with massive storage space. The tank carts, you can hold liquids. The log carts, you can still just look at all that storage space for wood. That's just massive. Passenger carts, flatbed carts. These are basically all the types of carts, but in different forms and shapes and stuff. This is basically everything. Again, I probably missed something. Now these last 2, I'm not exactly sure what kind they are, so let's see that. Oh, it's just another freight cart. And another freight cart, so basically just more freight carts in different forms. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to operate these trains and couple them together. Over here I have built some tracks to demonstrate on, just like rectangles, nothing special. In this chest, or this for steam trains anyway, you need water, coal, well, steam train, a tender, and whatever you're going to use. You don't need the tender, but it makes it more realistic for a steam train. You just want to pop down your train, and then you want to put your tender down behind it. Then you take your stake tool, which I mentioned earlier, right click on it so it says attaching mode, and then click on what you want it to attach to. If it's close enough, it'll automatically attach, but otherwise you might need to give it a little push. And we'll do that with the passenger cart. It was close enough so it'll attach. I'm going to pop down one more just so I can give it a little nudge, show you guys. Just attach it, and see it's attached. Now you just, well, it's not attached, it's ready to be attached, and you just push it and then it'll attach. Now we don't need these items anymore. I'll just get into the train and I will show you how to power it. Once you get in, you hit the R key. That'll bring up your train menu. You fill it with water, and then your water buckets will be stored in a little inventory. You can take these buckets and put them in your own inventory if you like, or you can just store more water buckets in there. You place your coal in, and then your train will move. Let's get into F5. Yes, I'm also using the Mine Little Pony mod. I don't know why, but I just like that mod. As you can see, the train will move on its own if you do get out, but eventually it will run out of fuel, but that would take a long time. But that's how you get your train to move for a steam train. Next is diesel train, which in my opinion is the easiest of them all. So let's just get the stuff for diesel. I'm not going to attach anything to them because I already showed you that. So then you just pop down your train. You get in it. Then you hit your R key. Then you put in your diesel. Your diesel canisters. You power diesel trains with diesel canisters, which comes with Traincraft. You put it in, then your diesel train will move. I'm using that orange BNSF. And you don't need to worry about animals on the tracks. The trains will run them over, which is nice, and they just use standard rails. Next, I'll show you the electric trains. These ones are very similar to the diesel trains because they just take one resource to move. If I can get in the train, what's now? Okay. Now that you get in, you hit your R key, like always, for every train. And use redstone to power electric trains. Right, just regular redstone, and then it will move. But I'm using a high-speed train, it's moving like really fast, and it's kind of getting glitchy on the turns. But if it was going slower, it wouldn't be glitching out like that. As you can see, it's going to hit that sheep, I think. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Yes, something just hit a sheep. And it just got hit again. See, so the trains just run the animals right over. You don't need to worry about that. So, and there's one more thing that's been added. I feel that it is kind of random for being in a train mod, but it is a Zeppelin. I'm not a train expert. I don't know if Zeppelins and trains have anything to do with each other, but a Zeppelin has been added as well. And that comes with a balloon and a propeller. And to power the Zeppelin, you use coal. Then you can just get in the Zeppelin by right-clicking. and you hit the R key to wait. Okay, for some reason the Zeppelin is not working. I'm not exactly sure why, but in theory you should be able to put coal in it and fly around. I've used it before, but it is not working at the moment. So overall, I give this mod a 9 out of 10 for having amazing detail. It's fun to use, but on the downside, it is kind of glitchy. I will try to find the download link and put it in the description. And so this is Traincraft. Goodbye.